everyone, welcome back to FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. We got snow here in eastern Maine. Been waiting all year. Been letting Sweet Pea do some hunting all year. Today's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. First time I've had the rifle out this year. Also got a week booked to go over to Jackman for muzzleloader, but I thought I'd sneak out around today and see if we could find a big old buck track here, one of those eastern Maine giants. It's gonna be a little tough today. Didn't start snowing until 4 a.m. It's probably around 7:30 now. I waited a little longer than I normally would to get a little snow down on the ground. So if we find a track, she's gonna be smoking fresh. It's supposed to snow most of the day. I think the heaviest at right now, like 2 to 4 or 3 to 5, depending on what channel you watch. So put the old buck bus out last night down on a lot on the lake. Got a chance to use. Gonna use it as an ice fishing camp this winter. Got her all set up. So I'm gonna ride this big road system, work my way over to that. And if I don't kick up a track through all that by 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm gonna see if I can go make some tracks. They might be holding up. This is the first bigger snow. Well, we had a couple earlier on the season, but they didn't last. Usually that first storm over this way, they hold up. But hopefully they've settled down after these first few dustings. And we'll see if we can find a track. We'll keep you posted as we go and see what takes place. That's not a good sign. It seems I've lost my wiper. But I think I got a new one in the back. I was going to change it anyway. These tight roads. I did find one track back there that was made when the snow first started, but wasn't very big and didn't have very big strides, so didn't mess with it. I'm going to keep going through. I'm going to get in the back here and see if I can find the wiper. Mine's gone. I lost it in all those shrubberies. Well, the road, I don't know, 12, 14 miles at least. Dirt road. Just saw that one, might have been a small buck or a lone doe, filled in with snow. Didn't bother with that. Made it here to where we're keeping the bus for the winter. I figured I'd stop in and get the fire going so it should be nice and toasty when I come back this evening to dry everything out. Now, as soon as I get that going, I'm gonna head out on foot, see if we can make something happen here. It's only, I don't know, 8:15. But this is gonna be the spot here for the winter. Got the old smoke rolling, at the old fire. Got the diesel heater if we need to use it. Here's our view here. Pretty nice spot, no ice yet. Right on the white gravel beaches. It's all white this time of year. So, let's get this fire going and get out there and find a track. We'll rustle one up someplace. See you out there. Alright, I've been riding the roads long enough. Gonna head down this old winter road here. Cuts out in behind a pond and at the base of a ridge. See if we can kick up a track. On days like this, you just gotta decide if you're gonna still hunt or if you're gonna go find a track. We're looking for a track, so I'm just gonna go. If you just putt right along, yeah. A lot harder to find a track if you don't cover any miles. So that's what we're looking for, is a track. So we're gonna fly right through here at a pretty high rate of speed and see what we can find. Hopefully we'll kick along something. And I just got a message from my mother. She shot a buck this morning, but I couldn't get the picture to load up because I didn't have enough service. So congratulations to her. Glad to hear that. So I'm gonna get loaded up and head on out there and see what we can find. didn't come in here very far on this winter road, and I've already hit another person's track. Doesn't look like they're following a deer track. Looks like they just wandering around in here. See where a buck tickled a little tree down over here. Oh, well, I'm already in here. I'm gonna get off this winter road and go right up over this ridge. Not sure where that guy's going, but looks like he's headed that way. Make do with the best we got for now. See what happens. Well, I must have 2 or 3 miles on. Still not one track, not a moose. Coyote, fox, rabbit, squirrel. Made a big loop. I just dropped down through a saddle. I just hit this little trickle. I'm gonna follow this trickle. Goes all the way down through this saddle down into a lake. I'm gonna follow this down to the lake, and then I'm gonna skirt the softwood hardwood line down next to the lake and make a big loop back to the wagon. I haven't seen much sign in here. I see one yard there on the winter road where they tickled some bushes, but other than that, there are either not many in here, which is usually some, and usually a pretty good buck, or they're holding up in the snow. Hoping if I get down along that green growth, maybe there'll be a little bit of action. Maybe I'll kick something up. If not, I'm gonna make a loop, get back to the car, and see if we can find one more spot to make a loop here for the afternoon. We'll see what happens. Alright, I just found a track as I get up out of that green growth. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some snow in it. But it's got a pretty good stagger there in places and a pretty good stride. It's filled in enough so I can't tell. It looks like a good sized track, but I don't have anything else to go on. This only, I mean, it can't be over a couple hours old with the amount of snow in it. It's dragging his feet some. I think this would be a good opportunity. First time out of the season. See if we can't get this one. At least we'll learn the territory and see what he looks like maybe. Try him out, see what happens. The only bad part is he is kind of headed back towards the road, so hopefully he don't get out across that and get cut off by somebody. But I think this is big enough to go ahead and we'll give it a try. There's not much going on today, so we'll give it a go. It's not the king of the hill, but we'll give it a try. stood right here and watched me come. He stood right here for quite a while. You can see where he stood. Jumped him, didn't even hear him go. Can't see very far in here at all. Well, it's about noon time, I think. I'll give him a little break. Have my sandwich. We'll get back on him. Maybe I didn't bump him too hard. Maybe he just heard me coming. We'll see what happens. I only tracked him about 3/4 of a mile before I jumped him. I come to that bed shortly after I found the track. And that made the track wicked fresh. But at that point I didn't really know if he was going to continue to bed or if he was just going to keep moving. So I went real slow there at the beginning. Then he just kept going. He wasn't stopping for anything, so I started to speed up. He must have heard me coming because he stood in that spot, well, right here where I'm kneeling. He stood there for quite a while because you could see his feet treading around, looking right back that way, right where I came from. And he scooted off. You can't see very far in here with all the snow on the trees. I didn't even see him or hear him go. He's headed right back down over the mountain towards that little pond that we came in by earlier today. So it's 11:58. I'm gonna give him 20 minutes or a half hour, have some Vienna sausages, and see if we can't catch up with him again, see what we can do. He's not super big, but he's got a pretty good stride. His foot's not very big. So we'll see what happens. Well, I didn't give you much for updates there after we jumped him. He only run maybe 100 yards at the most. And then he just started putting one foot right in front of the other, and we did a big tour, went all the way around the mountain. And now I'm right down, I was pushing him out on a point to the lake. I said, oh, maybe I can catch him out there, but he just turned and started going right up over another mountain that's even more thick than the other one, and it's right in the wrong direction. It's 3 o'clock, so I ain't got much time. It'd probably take me an hour to get back to the truck. And looking at some of the brush he was going through too, I don't think he had a big set of horns. Like I say, when I started him, I know he wasn't the biggest buck around, but got the legs stretched out anyways. It's a good first day of tracking. We got this snow all day here. Actually, the track looks older now than it did when I first started it. She ain't very freshened up now. It ain't like I'm right on his heels. He did pull one little stunt there. We went down the brook. He went about 50 yards down the brook. And then came up before he came out. Took me a minute to figure out the track there. I had to go up and down the brook there, try to find it. Well, it's a good first day of tracking. If he was bigger, I might push the extra hour, but I got vacation coming up over in Jackman. I'd want a pretty good one over here to have to cancel that. So I'm going to try to weasel my way in out of here and head back to the old bus, cook up some victuals. We'll see him to get back there.